He didn't call it a tumor, but he had this look in his eyes. Out of the gate, we both kind of, somewhere in our minds, freaked out.
Gary and I started dating in 2011. He took me to Paris to propose. After we got engaged, we decided to build this house. 3 days after we moved in, Gary had just a routine colonoscopy.
That was my very first one. He found two or three little polyps, but then he found this one that's like 5 centimeters or something like that, and he had to refer me to another doctor. The second doctor started talking about having to do surgery. It kind of breached the rectal wall. It was probably the first time in my life I said, well, maybe we should get a second opinion.
My mother had gone online and she found Dr. Efron. We met with Dr. Efron, and my favorite story is saying, "Can you tell us what stage cancer Gary is in?" And he just looked at us both and said, "Why does it matter if I'm going to cure him?"
When we first met, we spent a long time talking about the diagnosis of rectal cancer and what it would mean. We worked him up through our multidisciplinary group here at Hopkins, which included doing tests such as CAT scans and MRIs.
We left there just so positive. I remember thinking, well, this is how it's supposed to be.
He met our radiation oncology team, and he agreed to participate in a new trial that we are running here on a new form of radiation for rectal cancer.
We did the surgery, and then from my perspective, it was all very simple. It was no different than preparing for a colonoscopy.
The radiation allowed us to maintain his intestinal continuity, and it also resulted in a complete response of the cancer, meaning that when we took his rectum out, there were no live cancer cells left.
I came out of surgery with an ostomy. We were in the hospital for 3 or 4 days, and then I was out of work, I guess, for 4 or 5 weeks after that. It gave me a lot of time to focus on, kind of life's simpler things.
Gary did receive chemotherapy after his surgery. He is seen by us every 3 to 6 months where we do routine testing, and so far he is doing very, very well.
I was kind of given the all clear to exercise and lead a normal life.
I'll never forget that appointment with Dr. Efron. Everyone telling us we cannot detect cancer in his body.
Now I lead a better, healthier life. I typically walk between 8 or 9 miles a day.
Oh my gosh, well, life today, it all just kind of became wonderful again. It finally, happily ever after, has arrived.